Good morning. It is about 5:45. In about an hour. Just got up again this morning, and I'm not making these videos just because I want to waste a bunch of people's time. I actually do want to encourage you, whoever may be watching this, and maybe inspire you to be a better student of God's Word, as well as to be intentional with your lives. Don't just be reactive. Um, I guess is maybe the best word I'm thinking of, but have a plan, have a purpose, and get excited about it because there is so much to be excited about in this life. As you can see, the sun is starting to barely color the sky up there a little bit behind me, but it's pretty much dark and windy, and little pollen thing just fell on me. so, um, but I wanted to read a quick passage here from Luke chapter 5 to you, and it's about Simon, Peter, James, and John in the fishing boats. In the previous chapter, Peter had just seen, according to Thompson's chain reference, says Simon had seen that this Simon in the previous chapter was Peter, had seen Jesus heal his mother-in-law from the fever. Just right there on the spot, he rebuked the fever and it departed. so, this is not something that Peter had seen already, if that is correct, that this was and quite possibly could be the Messiah. But then we see over here, after the Master preaches to this multitude, he goes out in Peter's boat. Okay, so this is his work truck, so to speak. And it's his personal investment. He's got his buddies, his working buddies, James and John. They've got their boat. That's their family's work truck. They go out together. They go fishing together. They bring home the bacon. Okay, well, that would totally be wrong for them because they were Jews. But you get the idea. So they go out, and Peter says to these seasoned fishermen who do this for a professional living, hey, let's go out and cast the nets. And you may already know the story. They say, Master, with all due respect, we just did that all night long. There's nothing to catch. Whatever's going on, it's not the right weather. It's not the right whatever. I'm not a fisherman, so I couldn't say 100% for sure what their reasonings would be. But I love the reaction he gives them. He says that, but then he's like, nevertheless, we'll go ahead and do it. Since you said to do it, you obviously are something special. So I will go out in faith and do this. And Simon answering said unto him, Master, we have toiled all night and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net. So real quick here, I know I don't want to make this too long. It's already 3 minutes. When they had this done, they enclosed the great multitude of fishes, and their net brake. They beckoned their partners, which were in the other ship. This is James and John. They should come over and help. They should come and help. And they came and filled both ships so that they began to sink. And you get the idea from this next reaction. This doesn't happen. This isn't like, oh wow, we had an awesome night. We almost sank the boats again. No, they didn't just sink the boats because they got so many fish. It just wasn't a thing. So when Simon Peter saw it, he fell down at Jesus' knees, saying, and you kind of expect him to say, oh, Master, you are the Messiah. I will worship you and follow you. Wherever you go, I will go. No, he says, depart from me, for I am a sinful man, O Lord. And here's the reason. For he was astonished, and all that were with him, at the draught of the fishes which they had taken. Has God ever done something in your life, and you've experienced something that you were just like, wow, and you just couldn't imagine, you couldn't believe what you were seeing, kind of thing? This is what he was experiencing. Why do we, I think, my challenge is this. So many times we get flippant when we come into the presence of God. We approach him like a genie in the bottle, or we approach him like, this is my bro, and he and I, we've got this connection, and there are references to Jesus being our best friend. There are references, there's songs where Jesus is closer than a brother, those kinds of things. But many times when you see people, you read of people in the Bible, their reaction to Christ was not, let me just give you a hug. It was on my knees, on my face. The word used here, it says he fell on his knees. That's like, it's only used one other time in the New Testament here, and it's the same thing as like falling on the attack. You see the word where people fell on them or something like that. That's like Peter here is attacking the bottom of this boat as fast as he can. He's getting on his knees. And he's saying, oh God, depart from me, for I am a sinner. I challenge you, when you come before Jesus today, show some respect. Remember your place. He is the Almighty Creator. He is your personal Redeemer. So much to be thankful for. So much we are unworthy of. And then he goes on. You see Jesus, the end of and a little bit later. So also was James and John, the sons of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. And Jesus said unto Simon, fear not, from henceforth thou shalt catch men. And we think that word catch men, you might think of that phrase as being ensnaring and just trapping them, like a fisherman kind of traps these fishes. It's interesting, the exact same word is used in another place in the New Testament as where Satan is seeking or has ensnared or is trying to catch, and we need to be pulled and saved out of his net. So it's like Simon, Peter, and James and John are going to go out with their fishing utensils to save sinners out of Satan's fishing nets, so to speak. But anyway, I've rambled on here. I apologize. I hope that it's been some value to you. I hope you remember God has a purpose. Jesus is real, and you don't have to wander around just hoping to catch fish. Not that there's anything wrong with fishing. Great occupation. Not that there's anything wrong with whatever job that you do. But Jesus is real, and he has a purpose for your life. That's all I got. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I may make some more of these videos. I don't know. If you liked it, or if you want to see more, if you have some suggestions, leave some comments. If you think this is a complete waste of time, you can tell me that too. I might delete it. Well, I'll see it at least. But anyway, God bless, and take care.